We are now recording, so I'm going to start the explanation again so that it actually shows up on camera. We are about to play a game called 5 Things. It used to be 8 things, but we don't want to waste too much time. So 5 Things is an introductory game, a warm-up game, in which everybody will be given an opportunity to participate. Essentially, each person will identify where they are and who they are. Basically just the city is what we're looking for. And the person in front of them who just did this game is going to give them a topic that they need to identify 5 things. So for instance, last night we had the awkward subject, identify 8 cows. You can do eight favorite pizza toppings, 8 cheeses, 8 cities you want to go on vacation to, that kind of thing. In this case, we're dropping down to 5. And so
we're in a recession.
Yep. Very good. So this will give everybody an opportunity. What I'm going to do, however, last night we just basically had the person that had just finished pick the next person. I'm going to do that as host so that we make sure we move through this. However, when you have done your 5 things, and people will be putting up their fingers and showing how many you've done, when you had done your 5th one, I'm going to list a name, or I'm going to say a name out loud for the next person to go, and the person who just finished doing 5 will pick the next topic that person is going to have to do. So everybody gets a different topic, if you can understand that. Just as an example, I will go ahead and go first. First of all, show of hands. Is there anybody out there who does not actually want to participate and just simply wants to be a viewer? Looks like everybody is willing to participate. So that being the case, well, Carrie, I see you sort of waved your hand. Do you actually want to participate or not?
I'm going to try.
All right. So we'll give everybody that is up for it an opportunity. If anybody wants to drop out and only be an observer, go to your stop video control somewhere on your screen. It differs from different versions of Zoom, but you can stop the video so only your name or possibly a still photo will show up. Yes, like Dave just did. And that way we know we won't call on you to actually participate in the game. But in the meantime, as long as everybody is seemingly willing to participate, we'll give everybody a chance. So what I need from somebody, and I'm just going to say, Armand, give me a topic that I need to list 5 things of.
Oh, well, for you, it would be your top 5 canal shows.
All right. I am Scott Clark, and I'm sitting here in my living room, or my lower level room in Lincoln, Nebraska, hosting this. And my top favorite Stephen J. Cannell shows would be The Greatest American Hero, 10 Speed and Brown Shoe, Stingray, Hardcastle and McCormick, and Riptide. The next person I'm going to select is Spencer, and I would like you to select your 5 favorite veggie toppings on pizza.
Hi, my name is Spencer from LA, and let's see, 5 favorite veggie toppings. I would say broccoli, mushroom, green pepper. Let's see, what else can I put in there? Nope, pineapple's a fruit, not a veggie. Artichoke hearts and palm hearts. And now I am going to look at Dave for 5 different, what can we do? 5 different primates.
All right, let's see. A gorilla.
You are the gorilla of my dreams.
A ring-tailed lemur, a orangutan, chimpanzee, and I'm trying to think of an obscure one. No. And Dr. Zayas.
And where are you from?
Oh, right now I am in Ocean City, Maryland. Normally I'm from New Jersey. I'm having a good time this weekend.
Shady.
And so Scott, you pick the next one.
Yes, I will. Janice, you're next, and Dave, what should she list 5 of?
All right, Janice, let's see, how about 5 non-cola soft drinks.
Non-cola, did you say?
Non-cola soft drinks.
Root beer, ginger ale, orange soda, Mountain Dew, and plain seltzer.
And where are you currently at?
Oh, I am in Cambridge, Massachusetts, although it doesn't look like it with my background.
I can see your house from here.
Jen
I
is
can
next.
see Saturn.
Jen
I
is
can see
next.
Sarah
And Jen
Palin's
lists-
house
what
from
5
there.
things should Jen list?
List your 5 least favorite science fiction TV shows or movies.
So I'm Jen Overcamp. I'm from Lincoln, Nebraska. And my 5 favorite least science fiction shows or movies, oh my gosh, I don't think I have any.
Battle of the Planets.
You what?
Battle of the Planets.
Okay, I totally loathed that. I've
Oh,
seen it.
Claus
Okay, Battle of
versus
the
the
Planets.
Martians.
Can we change this to ones I wish I feel like I ought to have seen?
There we go. Go for it.
Okay, so I've never seen Battle of the Planets. I've never seen Planet of the Apes. I've never seen Space Odyssey 2001.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I know. And now Scott and he's gonna take me someplace off the side and talk to me very seriously about the rest of my life is going. I've
I feel like sending
never.
a care package.
You what?
I feel like sending a care package.
That's possible. If it weren't a pandemic, I'd just go over to his house because they're all in his basement. The oh gosh, what was the Star Trek movie with
Just say Star Trek movie.
No, well, it depends which one.
like there was one with a Klingon. We're gonna say
one
Star Trek
without.
movies.
Wait, was it one of the
395.
original ones or one of the new ones?
One of the original ones.
No, do not say that.
Wait. Revenge of Khan? Something with
Wrath.
Khan?
Wrath of Khan.
Okay.
That's the best movie ever.
You do need to be
Yes.
educated.
Which I haven't
Yeah.
seen, and Attack of the
The Killer
Giant-
Tomato.
Yes, the tomatoes.
There we
Yes,
go.
that's fine.
All right. Jeff is next. And what should Jeff list 5 of?
Jeff should list 5 of the scariest villains, scariest fictional villains of all time.
Ooh, that's
Ooh.
good. Okay, hi
That's good.
everybody. I'm Jeff. I am doing this from one of the scariest places on the planet right now, New Jersey. We've got the Jersey Devil, so you know. Oh, can count as one.
And he's wearing a blue dress.
Yes. Okay, scariest villains. The original Khan from Wrath of Khan.
Ricardo Montalban.
Exactly.
Corinthian leather.
Wonderful.
Shut up, Tattoo.
Okay, let's see. Scariest villains. Snape. Well, he wasn't really a villain, but he was pretty. Give you.
Who's scary?
Let's see. All of the apes from Planet of the Apes were pretty scary. The pod people in Invasion of the Body Snatchers,
Yes.
and the xenomorphs.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go with Rob. And Jeff, what 5 should he identify?
5 of the dumbest movies that you love.
I'm Bob Daw. This is my wife. See her too. We watch all these strange things because I love things that are strange. Like the Fearless Vampire Killers, or the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, or the Return of the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, or Love at First Bite, or
love that.
the Vampire's Assistant, or
Ding,
That's
you've got 5. You're
I
good.
could keep going.
Chuck is next. What should Chuck list 5 of?
What would you say? No? My favorite ice cream flavors.
My favorite ice cream flavors:
Yes.
chocolate chip, regular, mint chocolate chip, strawberry, chocolate marshmallow, blueberry.
That's 5.
That's 5.
Okay. All right.
And where do you live? Because I want to go out for
Oh,
ice
I'm
cream.
sorry. I'm sorry. I too am from this very frightening state of New Jersey, down south in Newfield.
Excellent.
Okay. Total approval of all of your ice cream choices, just so you know.
Thank you.
Like, you, me, ice cream. You come to Lincoln, we go out.
Oh, I'm
All
taking you up on that.
I got
feel
3.
I left out.
I got
So who's
3
next?
people left. Let's try Carrie. Carrie, Chuck, what should Carrie list 5 of?
List 5 Star Wars characters that are not Harrison Ford, the leads. I want the minor roles. 5 minor Star Wars characters.
Oh my God.
Cosplay is not one of them.
Carrie, do you watch Star Wars?
I have. I stood in line in the 80s. Well,
I stood in line in the 70s.
Yeah.
see,
I stood in line in the Great Depression.
Oh my gosh. No.
I'm going to describe them
You
to you,
win.
okay? Because this is how I think. There's that really smart older lady that lives kind of in a cave and she has round glasses. You know who I'm talking about?
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Okay.
There's the band in the pub.
Good. Okay.
That gives you 5 right there.
That one. Yeah, I know.
Let's see who else.
Yusa.
Does Chewbacca count? I mean, Chewbacca's pretty.
Okay, I'll give you Chewbacca.
Yeah, okay.
And well then.
How many
the
Ewoks can you
newer one,
name?
there was Ray, and then
Somebody gave you a green hint.
You want to throw in the towel?
yeah, throw in the towel.
So let me give her a hint. Jabba.
Robots.
Tell us where you're
Jabba
coming
the
from.
Hutt.
Throw in the towel is my favorite character.
Jar Jar.
Jar Jar, yeah.
R2D2, C3PO.
Carrie, where are you joining?
Okay, who's next?
Clone Trooper.
Carrie, where are you joining us from?
I'm joining you from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Thank you. Armand, I don't believe you've had a turn. What should Armand list 5 of, Carrie?
I want to know his favorite albums from, say, 1982. But, between 70 and 80.
Have any?
Old, no
Nothing.
records, no music.
He's a youngster. He's
Okay.
a youngster.
Oh, he's a youngster. Name any Debbie Harry songs.
Who?
I Debbie Harry.
Oh,
Gandhi.
How about your 5 favorite musicians?
Yes.
That'll work.
Right.
And where are you?
Billy Joel, Boy George.
Oh, yes.
Do you really want to hurt me?
Maybe.
Favorite musicians. Why is this all about music all of a sudden? Michael Jackson, Elton John, and Andy Gibb. How's that?
Except for Andy Gibb, I saw every one of them.
All right. I have Linda as the next person. Linda, what is Linda going to list 5 of, Armand?
Linda is going to list 5 pieces of art that she owns.
okay. A couple of Rip Squeak prints, several masks, Alaskan masks, the Haida, a bunch of the Star Trek plates, with Kirk and Spock, and up on the thing. Wood carving, wood inlay thing that Richard bought once, and a bunch of photographs.
Good enough. We have two left. I apologize since I haven't met you before. Is it Lee or Leia?
Leia, like Princess Leia.
Okay.
My middle name is Hannah, and I am not a Star Wars fan, but my parents named me Leia. Anyway, Star Trek for me. Anyway, I'm in Framingham, Massachusetts.
Okay. And what should Leia list 5 of?
By the way, Novi, Michigan here. I left that out.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm in California.
Okay.
Fort Bragg, Northern California.
Linda.
The part that's still staying at home and staying, safe as opposed to going to the beach.
It hasn't fallen into the ocean yet.
The one that hasn't
Not
caught
yet.
fire yet.
Linda, go ahead and give Leia a category.
5 favorite books.
Anything by not Nora Robb, J.D. Robb. Anything by Heinlein. Anything by, I've read Asimov. And I've got a bunch of Star Trek favorite books. G. Laura, Jacqueline Lichtenberg. I'm old school Trek from way back, original fandom. So was that 5? You need more?
Authors.
I mean, you can look at my books behind me. I mean,
All right. The final person to have joined us this evening is my wife, Becky. So you are going to be listing 5 of, what should Becky list 5 of, Leia?
5 of her favorite breeds of dogs.
All right.
Where were the dogs when it was my turn?
What'd you say, Armand?
Huh?
He wished that had been his turn.
Oh, okay.
You're lucky it
The
wasn't
wing
cows.
speed is
Armand.
out of control.
I'll go with Westies. Bouvier de Flandre.
Nice.
Let's see what else. Golden Retrievers.
You've hit 3 groups so far of dogs. Go ahead.
A Daisy dog. I don't know if you guys know what that is. We had relatives that had a Daisy dog. Hi. And then I have one more. Let me think. I will go with Husky.
Very nice.
All right.
2
Excellent.
working dogs.
Okay, so that was a nice warm-up exercise, trimmed down from 8 items to 5 items, and it still took us quite a bit of time. So we'll move on to some actual games here. The first one we sort of talked about in our rehearsal last night is going to be a new one that we've never tried before, but I still want to see if we can pull it off. And it is to not match up with any copyright restrictions. We're going to call it Matching the Celebrity Game. It is based on...
I'm gonna go back to D&D. Mike.
I gotta get my notepad.
Okay, it looks like people are going to get supplies. For those who want to participate, we're going to need some people. Oh, yes, you have slips of paper and hopefully Sharpies ready to go. Sharpies.
Oh, I'm sorry, Leia. I forgot to tell you ahead of time.
Thanks a lot.
Well, actually, we don't need everybody to do this. I'm really only going to ultimately need 4 people that have slips of paper and Sharpies. So whoever has them can hold them up, and that way we'll know who's ready to go in that particular game. So Dave and Chuck and Leia and Jeff and Janice.
Yep, can't really tell because of my background. So maybe I better not.
All right, I'll hold off on you. But that's 4 people that have paper. That's good. All right, we'll pull a couple of other people in. Well, Spencer has still not come back, and Jen also is off mic, so we'll see if she comes back. We'll give Spencer a few moments here to see. Carrie has something too. All right. Here's the gist of this game. I'm going to have to say the name of the show that it's based on anyway, even though we don't.
It is a game of matching.
Yes, there we go.
A game of matching.
There will be one. There will be one host. There will be a host. There will be 2 competitors or contestants on a game show, and there will be 4 celebrities. The contestants will be asked to pick clues that have unusual little sayings in them, that have a blank in them. They will then be asked to match up with the celebrities. The host of the show is going to identify who the 4 B-list celebrities are. the message will be read out for contestant number 1, and then the celebrities will write down what their answer is to the fill in the blank. And then the contestant will guess what they think is going to match the celebrities' guesses. And then the celebrities, and keep in mind, the people who are going to be the celebrities are supposed to be giving some sort of an impression of that actual celebrity as they do a little riff and then eventually show us what their answer was written down on a piece of paper. We'll see how many each of the contestants will get a chance to match up with 4 potential celebrities. Dave, if you are willing, I would rather have you be the host, if that's okay with you. You remember the Gene Rayburn role, currently played by Alec Baldwin on ABC television. So we're going to play a little game of Match the Celebrities. And what I would like, everybody who had paper, hold it up one more time so we can see who has paper ready to go.
I'm not sure about this, but okay.
I'm not sure I understand it.
Okay.
Matching
Spencer, Chuck, definitely celebrities. Linda, Dave is going to assign you the name of a celebrity. It's basically, we're playing Match Game, the old game show. And you're going to have to fill in a blank when he reads off, or actually, I have clues here. I was originally going to be the host. I will read off a clue when you get to that point, Dave, okay? Oh, you even have a pencil mic. Oh, you're so prepared. So, we're about to play a game of Match the Celebrity. Becky is one of our 2 contestants. Janice is the other contestant. So, with that in mind, Dave, kick us off with the game show, and when it comes time to reading a clue, I will allow you to pick either yellow or red, and I will read that clue off.
Hey, everybody. It's your host, Wink Blinkman, here on the Game of Matches. So, we've got some wonderful stars here that are getting ready to fill in some blanks and win some cash and fabulous prizes for our contestant. Now, where is our first contestant here? Raise your hand, please. Okay, well, now, Becky, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I like to knit covers for bombs, and I have a degree in interplanetary travel.
Well, I bet you didn't have any trouble on the I-5 coming over here then. So, Janice, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I am a retired nanny, and I read.
She's also an excellent editor.
Obviously, because she edited down anything that would have been interesting down to 2 little things. Okay, so Janice, since you are the newest contestant, we are going to have you pick the first category, first question here. Now, what are the 2 color choices?
We have red and we have yellow, but first you need to introduce who our celebrity
Okay.
are.
Okay, now let's see. Now I see a beautiful woman there. It's showing the name is Dr. James, but I know everyone remembers her as the beautiful and talented Pia Zadora. Pia Zadora, yes, known mostly for her role as the annoying girl child in Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. She went on to have an illustrious career where she mainly took off her clothes for about 3 seconds in a movie. Who else are my celebrities? Raise your hand, please.
I don't know.
Yes. Yes. I see up there. I see Chuck, otherwise known as Charles Nelson Riley.
Oh, wait. He had a toupee, right?
No. Oh, God. No.
He's got props. Oh.
Charles, so Chuck, tell us what Broadway show are you getting ready to do now?
Oh, I'll do any Broadway show that I can come in contact with. I'm going to be doing a revival of Chorus Line.
Oh, really? What part are you playing?
The part of the guy that's probably going to break his leg the first rehearsal. Excellent
to hear that. Now, who else do we have? Yes, that that beautiful actress. We all remember her so much from that fantastic 1960s television show, Gilligan's Island. Natalie Schaefer, otherwise known as Mrs. Howell. You've come so far. You've come so far, Natalie.
Come here, Fee.
Please tell us what you've been up to lately. Yes, you.
Darling, I'm sure that you were talking about me. Because you know that you always call me Poochie. And then I didn't know you were talking to moi.
I'm sorry, Lovey.
But I will tell you, oh yes, we have had such a wonderful season down in Monte Carlo. No, not Monte Carlo in Europe, Monte Carlo, New Jersey. Oh, it's such a wonderful place. It's filled with little cranberry bogs. Oh, it's just wonderful. Had a lovely time. Wish
So
you
good
were
to hear.
there.
Yes, right now I wish I was there too. And do we have, who else do we have? Do we have anyone else? Raise your
Jeff
hand.
is the fourth.
I'm sorry?
Jeff is the fourth.
Jeff is the fourth. Okay. Yeah, Jeff.
Surprise.
Jeff, yes, paying close attention. Paying very close attention. Yes, this man has been so busy. He has been working on just about every show you can imagine. He is the child star Ricky Schroeder. We are so glad to have you with us, Ricky. Tell us, what's your latest project?
Well, I'm kind of between projects right now. I'm trying to get that silver spoon dislocated from my mouth. It's got stuck in the back, and I think it's taking out some of my wisdom teeth.
Well, you should remember that if you're going to snort cocaine, you should sniff it and not actually swallow it.
You know, you'd think by the time I did the cop show that I had to show my butt on. What was that show again? I don't know. It was too much cocaine. I can't remember.
Okay. Well, those are our celebrities for the day here. So
bye, everybody.
No, you're not leaving yet. No, we're still here. We still have a game to play.
Okay.
Did somebody check him a blood test before the show? Janice. Janice, you get the chance of choosing. You want the red question or the yellow question?
The red question, please.
Yellow question it is. Red question it is. Here we go. Now, Johnny Olson, would you read that for us, please?
Bob, the dentist, was confused when he offered his latest patient a shot of Novocaine before filling his cavity. The patient asked for a shot of blank. Would you like me to repeat that?
No, thank you. I hate the dentist and I hate dental work, so I don't want it repeated. So I am going to say.
Nope. Hang on a second. We have to give them a chance to write their answers.
We also have to look for background music.
I actually have that.
I have it too.
There it is.
Bam.
Are we ready?
When all four people have finished writing, please put your hand up to indicate that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We repeat that question one more time. Bob, the dentist, was confused when he offered his latest patient a shot of Novocaine before filling his cavity. The patient asked for a shot of blank.
All right. So now let me get this back up on my screen here so I can see everybody. All right. So let us start off with Pia Zadora. Can we have?
No, she's got it.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. I spent so much time trying to find the music. All right. So Janice, how would you fill in the blank?
I am going to say whiskey.
Whiskey it is. Okay, so that is what everyone here has to try to match. So Pia Zadora, how would you fill in that blank?
Urban. Uh-oh, it's backwards.
Oh.
No,
we can see it.
We see it fine. We see it
Oh,
fine.
okay.
All righty. So now, Natalie Schaefer, Natalie Schaefer, why don't you tell us how you filled in that blank?
Is that me, darling?
Yes, that is you, Natalie. I know the Alzheimer's kicks in, but
You need to call me Poopsie, or I don't know. You know, I'm sorry. It was the only role I ever had, so I just became her. All right, so now I put up, I don't know if you can see this.
bourbon.
Bourbon.
Bourbon. Oh. What did you cross out, by the way? Out of
That was
curiosity.
something from something else. It's a scrap paper.
Okay, you leave your shopping list at home, okay? So, now, Charles Nelson Riley.
Yes.
Charles, how did you fill in that blank?
Well, I wasn't as butch as the ladies. Okay. I said, and I provided art.
Tequila.
Sorry, Janet.
Pee-wee
I'll buy
would
you
be
lunch.
proud.
Thanks.
All righty, and trying to see who else did I have here. I'm sorry, Ricky Schroeder. Yes, Ricky Schroeder. How would you fill in that blank?
Well, see, I had heard that all of the lights went out in the whiskey factory, so I'm looking for a shot in the dark.
Oh, you're so clever.
Steal from the best, of course. Yes.
Put the spoon
So,
back in
Gonna
your mouth.
steal good stuff, right?
so how many matches did we have there, Johnny Olson? We have
We
two
had
matches.
two matches.
Excellent. All right, now Becky, it is your turn. So now we have a question for you, Johnny Olson. Take it away.
I had two matches.
Melody, the new yoga instructor, was very frustrated.
How frustrated was she?
She.
She couldn't understand why her students all laughed at her when she tried to show them the position downward pointing blank.
Oh.
Would you like me to repeat that?
Yes.
One more time. One more time.
No, that's okay.
Yes,
Her
repeat it.
position was
Repeat it.
Okay. Melody, the new yoga instructor, was very frustrated. She couldn't understand why her students all laughed at her when she tried to show them the position downward pointing blank. All right. Repeating that question one final time. Melody, the new yoga instructor, was very frustrated. She couldn't understand why her students all laughed at her when she tried to show them the position downward pointing blank.
All right, Becky. So what is your fill into that blank? A downward.
Well, all I could think of was nose.
All right. The downward, was that downward?
Nose.
Downward. I don't know,
Pointing no.
Downward pointing
Nose.
nose. All righty. Well, it looks like you're going home with consolation prizes tonight. Pia Zadora. Pia Zadora. How did you fill in that blank? A downward
Pointing dog.
dog. Okay. That seems the most logical answer here.
Mhm.
All righty. So from Pia Zadora, we are now going on to Natalie Schaefer. Natalie, Poopsie dear. How would you fill that in? The downward pointing blank.
I don't care what they say, you are trainable. And I thought, well, downward facing schmuck.
They would look rather confused with that. Okay. No match there, but very good. Charles Nelson Riley, how would you fill in that blank? The downward pointing blank.
I'm really embarrassed to say this, but I think I misunderstood because I said tatas.
Downward pointing tatas. Well, that is something Natalie Schaefer knows a lot about these days.
Hey!
I must beg to differ.
Oh, you know how I love it when you beg.
Yes, my tatas do not point downwards. I call my tatas buried treasures.
Cool,
Yeah,
mine does,
I
Mom.
remember those berries quite well. So, let's see. Ricky Schroeder, how do you fill in that blank? The downward Yes, coming back from the drug-induced coma. Yes, a
I was thinking about how my career is going, and so that's what I said. Downward pointing.
downward pointing career. All right, so is this a 2-round thing here,
Nope,
Johnny Olson?
that's it. We need to move on. But
All righty, well then, Janice is our grand prize winner of the day.
Thank you. And what is my grand prize?
A all expense paid trip to Camden, New Jersey.
Do it. Oh, you love it. Yeah. You'll love it. Cranberry bogs.
And they get
We'll
on a
see you
jail-free
next time on the
card.
game of matches, everyone. This is
Good
Wayne
job.
Blankman saying good night.
Good night. You did a great job.
okay. For our next game, we tried this out in our rehearsal last night, and it worked just fine to send somebody away from us briefly and bring them back after we'd had a private conversation without them being present. And that is press conference. It's always an old favorite. Dave, however, we're not going to put you through it this time.
Okay.
You can be part of the reporter cadre. I would like to try, since Armand, we really haven't had you do much of anything with us yet this evening. Would you be willing to be our press conference victims?
Sure.
All right. I'm going to put you in the waiting room, which basically means you go away briefly. We're going to pick a topic for your press conference, who you are and what you're giving a conference about. And when we bring you back, the rest of us will all be reporters asking you questions. So you'll be back with us momentarily.
Okay.
Bye, money.
All right, okay.
So what we need from everybody is, who is he and what is he giving a conference about?
Neil Armstrong.
Scooby-Doo. And he's miffed because nobody liked this new movie.
Well, we can do Scooby-Doo,
Yeah.
but let's see. We should have it something not related to what normally Scooby-Doo would do.
True.
Something on PETA.
Which?
What?
Scooby-Doo and PETA.
Oh.
It was just a thought. Scooby-Doo and he's accused of stealing a Shakespeare text. Scooby-Doo.
Plagiarizing? I like that. Plagiarizing Shakespeare.
Okay, there we go.
Scooby-Doo, and he's been accused of plagiarizing Shakespeare.
Now we should let him know that these things are not related, normally related, because
there's no getting that one.
I will give him that. Keep in mind, as you're introducing yourself, we didn't do a very good job of this last night. When you're introducing yourself as a reporter, identify yourself by either your real name or just a fake name, but identify what it is you're reporting for, because that might help give him a clue if it's something that associates with either an animated thing or a Shakespearean thing. Every little bit helps, but we don't want to be too blatant either. So with that, we have Scooby-Doo accused of plagiarizing Shakespeare, and I will admit him back into the room. Armand, welcome back. I wanted to give you one slight clue, and that is that don't forget the person you are and the thing you're giving a conference about don't necessarily have to be related to each other in the ways you would normally expect. With that in mind, begin your press conference.
I'd like to thank you all for coming today. And at this point in time, I'd like to open the floor to any questions that you might have.
Please raise hands to be acknowledged.
Yes, Spencer.
Yes, hello, my name is Spencer, and I am from the magazine Theater Today, and I would like to know, given your background, what made you think that you would be successful at this current attempt at this, what you're doing?
Well, you know, I feel that it's important to have a positive outlook, and if you don't believe in yourself, who will believe in you? So, you know, success is kind of a state of mind, you know, and if you envision it that way, then it will become so. Yes, please go ahead. Dave.
Yes, I'm Dave from the Legal Press. Even though the copyright has long since expired, do you really think that people will take you seriously doing what you're doing?
Well, I mean, yes. Yes, Mr. Bennett.
Yes, Chuck Bennett from Disney Plus here. How many times a month do you take a bath?
I fail to see how that's relevant, but you know, it varies from week to week. Yeah, I think I'll leave it there. Ms. Overcamp.
I'm Lulu Pettigrew. I'm with PETA's little online newsline called Paws and People. And we're kind of upset about what this is, the reputation of the animal kingdom. Like, what are you doing to all of, like, the reputation of our four-footed friends? And I just want you to address that you're not representing people with paws very well. And I really feel like you owe things that drool an apology.
I will certainly take that under advisement. I'm not prepared to make any official statements right at this moment, but I thank you for expressing your concern. Yes, Miss Leah. Leah.
Yes, Charleston is the last name. But yes, I'm from the Literary Society, and I would like to know if you think it was appropriate for you to say, "Let loose the dogs of war," in response to something that you were not happy about.
Yes.
Okay, follow up. Why do you think it was appropriate?
Why not?
Okay, I can see that you don't wish to answer that question. Thank you very much.
Right along. Mr. Clark, please go ahead.
When you were doing the rewrites, is there a particular reason you included snacks in everything?
Well, I have a strong propensity towards snacks, and I think people enjoy them. So, yeah, I just put it in there. Please, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff from the New York Times, sometimes known as the fake news. You're a real scrappy kind of guy, and I was wondering if you could please tell us what you meant by, and I think this goes back to the snacks question, sweets for the sweet.
I like people, and you know, if you can relate to your audience, then they react more positively towards you and might actually give you snacks as a reward. Yes, Linda.
Classic Bibliophile Weekly. Given your obvious anatomic discrepancies, how do you manage a typewriter?
Well, you know, I take a pause and just hunt and peck, really. Yes, Dave.
Do you think with your obvious speech impediment, will that make reciting the sonnets unintelligible?
I worked hard to overcome that impediment, actually, as you can tell. So I appreciate the question, but I don't feel like I want to answer that one. Yes, Chuck.
Yeah, now since it's apparent from all your misdeeds here, your career is going to hit the skids, that you might need a new career. Would you consider selling Avon products?
No.
Just a thought. Yeah.
No, definitely not. Avon products. Oh, Avon. Okay. Yes, Becky.
Yes, and you might be quite interested to know that one of my nicknames is Rue. Anyway, I am just wondering, how did you even come up with this harebrained idea? And did you like have any nightmares about monsters or something that you just went off on this weird tangent?
Yeah, there were some nights where I had too many snacks, and there were some nightmares that followed. Yes. Yes, Scott.
Why have you included a blonde character with an ascot in every single play?
Because that character is very near and dear to my heart. So I felt he also, speaking of representation, he needed some representation. You'll be happy to know that he's since ditched the ASCA.
Do you have any clue who you are and what you're speaking about?
I think I'm Scooby-Doo, and I'm like rewriting Shakespeare or something.
Yeah, you're very good.
Nice.
Impressive.
Very nice.
I thought
All
I was
right.
saying something about the Mystery Machine, but I thought that was over the top.
I was trying to find some way to put in, where are you?
Oh, that would have been excellent. Okay. Next game is an old standard for Whose Line Is It Anyway? It's called Number of Words. I need 4 players. Put your hands up if you'd like to participate in this one. Spencer, Dave,
I don't know it.
Armand, and Jen. Those are the first 4 I saw. We're going to come up with a scene. The rest of us are going to suggest what the scene is, but each of you is going to only be able to say lines with a certain number of words. Spencer, your lines can only have 3 words. Dave, your lines can only have 5 words. Jen, your lines can only have 2 words. And Armand, you get the benefit of 6 whole words in your sentences. So what we need for these 4
Thank
performers.
you very much.
You're welcome.
Only 5 words.
Scott.
But it's exactly
What I
right.
need for the rest of you is a suggestion of where is this set and what are they doing? Give me a setting. Leah.
Undersea lab.
They're on the moon.
Water lab.
They've made their first moon landing.
Okay, you've got a team of people making your first moon landing. That's your scene, and take it away, you 4.
Brr, cold.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
It is cheese.
Turn on the heat. Will.
No heat.
Where are we?
I think it's the moon.
We're here.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. Duh.
Yes.
Who is in charge of mission?
That's 5.
Nice.
Shall we go for walkies?
All right, everybody out of the ship.
No helmets.
That sucks.
Go find your helmet right now.
That really sucks.
No boots.
Got my helmet.
No
I've got
oxygen.
my helmet too.
Here's your helmet.
Thank you.
Make sure there are no leaks.
Leaks bad.
Time to
No
open
leaks.
the door.
30
Well,
seconds.
let's go.
On the surface.
What's that?
I think it's moon men.
He's cute.
Really? Here?
I
Are you
want
serious?
one.
Okay.
No, mine.
Ladies, please. I'm here.
Later, dude, later.
Hi, moon men. We come peacefully.
I think they have a gun.
What? A gun? It's a ray gun. What?
Yeah.
Let's
30
get
seconds,
out of
please.
here now.
Hold on. We come in.
Jim.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh.
He's dead, Jim.
Please don't leave.
Thank
me
you,
here.
guys.
You are really good at this. I'm impressed.
All right, this is one that is open to anybody that wants to participate. However, because we have so many people, what I would suggest is when you have an idea that you'd like to throw out, stick your hand up and I'll call on you so that you can be the only person. I'm actually going to leave this, well, I was going to put it on speaker view, but I won't be able to see everybody if that has the case. So it's going to stay on this chessboard view. This is the game called World's Worst. It's sort of the alternative to scenes from a hat. In this case, we have a stack of things that were suggested by a variety of people, either at MediaWest Con or subsequently through email or written down and handed to me by other people around here. What we want to have you do, I'm going to throw out the suggestion, and we want you to give examples of the world's worst fill in the blank. And I am going to get, all right, here we go. World's worst, and like I said, put your hand up if you got one, and I will call on you. World's worst pet to try to pass off as an emotional support animal. Yeah.
Me?
Yes.
My dog Pearlie.
Spencer.
Velociraptor! No, he's my
Dave.
Yeah, here's my Porky. Ow. Here's my Porky. Ow.
Armand.
Have you all met my friend Flower? Don't worry about the white stripe. He's really.
I was waiting.
Jeff again.
Jeff or Chuck?
again.
Oh. How about, I've got a couple of crabs here.
All right. Oh, Linda, yes.
Boa constrictor.
Dave.
Hey, let me show you my pet. It's a tapeworm.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Chuck.
Yeah, my Venus flytrap.
All right, and here's a new one. World's worst way to compliment your friend's ugly baby. Dave.
Oh, when do they let it out of the zoo?
Leah.
He'll grow out of it.
Yeah.
He's going to grow up to be an accountant.
Yeah.
My God, that's an ugly baby.
Spencer.
It's after you, obviously.
Armand.
Oh, don't worry. If you tie a pork chop around his neck, the dog will figure it out.
Again.
Was anybody else hurt in the accident?
Oh.
Ooh, Dave.
Oh, he's kind of young to be shaving.
All right, here's another one. World's worst thing to say when your boss dies unexpectedly. Spencer.
Yes.
Linda.
Off early today.
Armand.
Dibs on his office.
Yeah.
Ben.
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
BFT.
Oh.
Jeff.
Well, at least the smell will change now.
Dave.
Oh.
I have an alibi.
Rob.
Do we have this as a regular holiday?
Ooh. Spencer.
How can you tell?
Ooh. Dave, you got one more?
Our last boss let us have work outside when the weather was nice.
Worst marriage proposals. Yeah. Ooh. Jen.
Your what?
Scott.
You could do a lot worse.
Rob.
Right, Rob, woo. Marry me.
Spencer.
Hey, you with the face, come here.
Dave.
Uncle Dad says we should get hitched.
Ooh. Another one. Worst seasonal
Janice
flavors.
wants to go.
What?
Worst seasonal flavors of Oreos.
Worst what?
Seasonal flavors of Oreos.
Yellow snow.
The autumn ones taste like leaves.
Dave.
New spring break bile.
All right.
Wait, we got one.
Oh, Rob.
Unsea balsam.
Worst kindergarten teacher. Dave.
Yes, would all of you, we're going to play hide and seek in this trench.
Oh.
Chuck.
Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
Any of you got a light?
Okay, well,
Yes, Dave.
okay, now kids, we're all gonna play Find the Puppy. Let's all go to my van.
Ooh.
All right.
Is it the white one out front?
That's the one.
Jen?
Bathroom. There is no bathroom.
All right, one more, and we'll move on to a different game. Worst priest during confession. Dave.
Dude, that was you?
Jeff.
I can't wait to share this news.
Becky. Becky.
Tell me something I haven't heard before.
Rob.
I would not do that here or there. I would not do that anywhere. I do not like what you have done. Go to hell.
Dave.
I'm a rabbi. I don't know if you're telling me this.
Armand.
Adultery, you say? What are you doing later?
Jeff.
I'm sorry. I just wandered into this box. I'm not the guy you want to talk. I'm sorry. I'm not the right guy.
Chuck.
For that sin, you get 5 candy bars.
Okay.
I grew up Catholic, so I know.
Gluttony.
I would like to do Playbook. One of the old favorites. I will do half of the role because I have all the scripts in front of me. What I need is to volunteer to be the person who will be the person. Okay, Dave, you got it. We all know how good you are at this. So let me grab my stack of scripts. I have 8 scripts. Carrie, pick a script number 1 through 8.
7.
Gotcha. Leah, pick a page number somewhere between 20 and 50.
33.
Becky, pick a setting for us.
Nuclear reactor.
Okay, this scene is taking place at a nuclear reactor. Tensions may be a little high. Dave, go ahead and let me pick a character here. All right, go ahead.
Well, I know this is your first day on the job here at the nuclear plant, but most of this stuff is automated that even a chimpanzee could do it. Not that you look like a chimpanzee. It's that face.
Maybe too late. I do not enjoy to make unhappy people, but I might speak when I see something, yeah?
We love suggestions, yes. So, if you have ideas, please feel free to, open up, share them here. But this is a pretty high-tech thing here. So, it's not going to be easy to change overnight.
Must speak is why God gives gift. Is danger here. Much danger to you.
Don't be ridiculous here. Oh my God, you're right. The reactor's starting to overheat. The controls aren't working.
Is death in this room? Is something that invites death, that carries death? Do not know the word.
Death kind of covered it. Yeah. But I'm noticing that the control rods are not going down. We're going to have to go into the reactor and lower the control rods manually.
Maybe, but feels like real death.
I don't think that's going to happen, which is why you're going to get your first chance of doing this on the job. So you go right on in there. I'll talk you through it step by step. Okay, so off you go.
Man in boots, young man, here in this room, he attacks you.
Well, you're not that young, so I'm not really supposed. That's an HR thing. We're not supposed to. But you watch go into the reactor, and I'll let you know what you got to do to lower those rods so we don't all die.
man with one of those comes as friend to help you, to work with you, but he attacks.
Well, I think you should attack. Attack the problem. The problem we're having now. So go on in there and attack that nuclear reactor problem.
He sits in this chair and he talks of Diane.
I don't think that we're going to be dying. I think we're going to be living. We're going to live good. We go in there and look, you see that red button over there? I think if you hit that red button, everything's going to be fine.
And two other people, Smith and Colonna. No, one person small, black. Is there black man Smith Corona?
I think that Fred in the secretarial pool back there was typing away. He may have been doing the instructions on how to safely shut down the reactor. So why don't you go in there and I'll check with him.
He's gone now. Nothing else comes. Very confusing image.
Well, don't worry about it. I'm sure you're going to do great your first day on the job. In you go. Opening the door for you. Go ahead.
Remember what else I tell you. Dagger is used again by woman, and man in boots will attack you. Of these two things I am certain. I must leave now.
Yes, leave into there. Go now. Any more, leaving you. Bye.
You all are certifiable, and I am I'm laughing so hard.
That was the play.
That's crap.
What did I know?
Leah, you pick 'em.
All right.
Or Leah, you picked it. That was a good.
I know, I picked the page. Carrie picked
Good page. A real good page.
Here's a question for you. We're going to try another game that we've never tried before, but it sounded like it was hilarious when I saw examples of it online. It's called Commercial. Those of you familiar with Whose Line Is It Anyway, who know the game where Colin and Ryan usually have a box of props that they have to put into play for some particular infomercial kind of thing. This is sort of an online version of that, since we're all separated and nobody has a pile of individual props that they have never seen before. So what I'm going to do is give each of you approximately 30 seconds in the room that you're in to go find something unusual, an unusual prop, not something just everyday ordinary, but something that looks a little different. Don't show it on screen when you come back, but beginning right now, go look for something, and in 30 seconds, we'll start back up again. I think when everybody shows up, we'll know that everybody's back, so we're almost there. Waiting for a couple more.
Didn't Yogi Berra say that?
I think he said, give me the picnic basket.
All right.
What are you talking about?
So, what we're going to have people do, because we need to all be able to see this, is I'm going to have one person be our host, the Colin and Ryan example from the infomercial. And other people, one at a time, and I'll call on you, are going to hold up an item and put it in clear view of your camera lens and do the whole Vanna White thing. Lift it up, spin it around so we can see it from all angles. And the person who's going to be our host, actually, we'll have two people do the hosting thing, just like Colin and Ryan used to do it. They are going to basically be selling this as a commercial, an infomercial, but they can't sell it as what it actually is. They have to come up with some other purpose that this item was for. Does that make sense to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm waiting to see if Jen joins us again. Hang on a second.
I'm sorry, who is selling the item?
the two hosts, and actually I was thinking, Dave and Armand, you do a really good job at this. So you two are going to be the hosts. You're going to be our Colin and Ryan. Pretend like you're standing in front of a box full of props. The thing is that our other guests here are going to one at a time be putting up a prop in front of the camera so that we can clearly see it, and you guys are going to have to come up with what the purpose for that is. Now, when we do it as infomercial on our Who's Line shows, we actually come up with a theme for the show, pet hair removal, whatever that happens to be. So let's come up with a theme for this particular show, and you'll have to try to work in all these different props into that theme. Jeff, give us a theme for this particular infomercial.
Drain cleaning.
Drain cleaning. You guys are going to be working on the theme of drain cleaning. And
Yes.
I'll tell you what, everybody who has something in front of you, raise your hand so I know who not to call on. All right. Is there anybody who doesn't have anything? Carrie has taken her picture off, so we'll leave her off. I am going to start at the top of my screen, which is going to be a completely different order than the rest of you. And so the person I call upon, please hold up your prop in clear view of your camera and spin it around a little so we can see it from all sides. Here we go. The first person, Dave and Armand, you are our hosts. Chuck, please show us your product.
Well, you know, ladies and gentlemen, when you have a clogged drain, and I know I do, I think that some of the best things you can do is to try to suck that gunk right out there. Well, with this incredible red mini plunger, you can just place that over the drain, give it a good push up and down, and that's just going to help pop that clog right out of the drain. And best of all, when you're done with it, you can wear it, and it's a stylish outfit to go out of the tent.
All
Isn't
right.
that right, Armand?
Armand?
Isn't that right?
Who hasn't had this problem? You know, we all find ourselves every once in a while with a slow drain or a drain that's clogged up, and we say to ourselves, now what do I do? So, you know, our next item will pretty much help us with that. You know, if you are a fan of the Marvel franchise as I am, you would love this I Am Groot snake. Just turn him upside down, put him down the drain, spin him around a little bit, and he'll, you know, take that problem right out of your way.
Oh my God.
Absolutely right. But you know, working on a nasty drain can make you really, really hungry.
Oh, yes.
What you need to do is get yourself a box of cookies, but you're not going to eat the cookies because you see, the cookies can actually help dissolve the clog in your drain. So by crumpling up the cookies one at a time and cramming it down there and using your I Am Groot snake, you can unclog that drain in record time.
Yeah.
And who doesn't need a little bit of good luck while you're at this project? So get yourself some industrial size rabbit feet and hang them around your neck, and you'll have great luck unclogging your drain in no time.
And once you get all that nasty hair out, you can then make it into a stylish a necklace, just like Jeff has done today.
Spencer.
Oh, yeah.
You know, union plumbers are often very, very lazy. So a great way to get them to get back to work quickly is to literally whip them into shape. And let me tell you, you won't ask for a coffee break ever again.
Leah.
Let's see.
Oh, and what better way to motivate your employees than with some Klingon ale? Just hold it over, just like it works just like a carrot in front of a, you know, in front of your pet. They'll get to work. You won't even need the whip, but if you do, you have it. But you know, they can just say kapla and knock one back.
That's right. You're gonna put that in. You're gonna put that in you, and you're gonna be puking gawk all over the place.
You can gawk around the clock.
Linda.
You know, harsh chemicals can give you a headache.
Oh.
Fortunately, our remedies are chemical-free, all natural, organic, and safe for the environment.
Becky.
Oh, sometimes just a snake or a plunger won't do it, and you have to undo the little trap at the bottom. Well, when you're crouched down under that sink, who doesn't need a portable light? You just have this little press-on light, and it's just like the easy button from that office store that we all like. You just press it and forget it.
And best of all...
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Jen.
Sometimes when you're cleaning a drain, all of those nasty, disgusting things in the drain can suddenly fly out into your face. But with this stylish Harlequin mask, not only are you safe, but it's also guaranteed to protect you against the coronavirus.
And finally, Janice.
We have somebody
that's
else
all right.
waving their hand.
We'll do you last as well. Don't worry. Janice first.
Janice here has something that she found in her drain. We won't ask her how to get it down there, but that really doesn't matter. Look at the size of that thing. See how well our product works, where we can fish it out and have a squeaky clean drain.
And remember, folks, the only things that should be going in your toilet is toilet paper. Put the rest of those things in the trash.
And finally.
Yeah.
You know, folks, after a long, hard day at work, sometimes we all need to rest with a little balloon that you can put behind your neck and feel so comfortable. But if that doesn't work, we have this leftover coronavirus mask, which when you put all of that nasty hair that's been in your drain inside of it, it can be a relaxing pillow that can lull you to sleep. And the smell of our all natural ingredients will help slowly whisk you off into dreamland.
Okay. Got one more new one, and then we'll finish off with one or two of our old favorites and call it a night, because we're already way past the point at which we were originally going to quit. The new one is called Late for Work. Anybody played that one before? Okay. Chuck, I'm going to ask if you'd be willing to be our person that I send to another room while we come up with things for you to do.
Is that sort of like thank God you're here?
Kind of. We're going to send Chuck off, and Chuck, you'll hear this explanation. We're going to send Chuck off. He is going to be showing up late for work on one of his earliest first days at a new job. And while he's gone, we're going to pick the reason why he was late for work, how he got to work, and what his job is. So there are three things that he's going to have to come up with. When he comes back, we're going to have one of you be his boss, who's basically taking him to the carpet because he came in late. And he's going to be trying to come up with an excuse for why he came in late. Other people, anybody else that wants to participate, can be miming examples of what miming, no words, no sounds, but just miming examples of why he was late, what his method for getting to work was, and what his job is. So he's going to incorporate, as he pays attention to all of the things that people are miming, trying to guess it and trying to work it in. And if he gets it right, we'll like clap for him, and he'll be able to continue with his explanation for why he's tardy with the next step of the process. Does that make sense, Chuck?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. I'm going to send Chuck away. Just a moment. Chuck is now in a waiting room. So what we need is an excuse for why Chuck was late to work today. Don't pay attention to the other things. Just why was Chuck late to work today? Yes,
How about his wife had a baby?
Colonoscopy went long.
Oh,
Okay.
I like that. I like that.
That's really good.
Colonoscopy went long.
I'm writing this down. Give me a second.
How do you mime a colonoscopy?
That's what you guys get to have fun with, you guys. All right. So, what was his method of getting to work? As an example, the one I just watched a couple of days ago, somebody was basically being carried by a pigeon to work. So that shows you how bizarre things could be. So we can need to come
Pogo stick.
bizarre.
Pogo
What?
Pogo stick.
Pogo. Oh, I like that pogo stick. Yes. So he took a pogo
Really
stick
sit
to work.
down.
And finally, what is his job that he's showing up for?
Is a
Lion tamer?
Amazon
He
driver.
works on an assembly line.
Oh, it's lion tamer.
Delivers for Amazon.
I like the lion tamer. The lion tamer gives us a lot of physical stuff. Let's go with lion tamer as the third one. So just to repeat, so we all understand. And if you don't want to do any miming, please feel free, because the fewer screens we have with people moving around, the less he's going to have to try to change his focus. But anybody that wants to participate by miming, his colonoscopy went long. He came to work on a pogo stick, and he is a lion tamer. With that,
So, question, is it the colonoscopy went long or wrong? Something happened.
Long.
Longer than expected.
I think we
If
can.
it went wrong, he'd be in the hospital.
I think we can pretty much accept if he can get as if he can get as far as he had a colonoscopy. That's probably going to be acceptable, you know. So, all right. So let me bring him back in.
Who's the boss?
Oh yes, boss. Dave, you know him well. You might be able to word it things. So, Chuck, we have you back, and Dave happens to be your boss at your new job. So please give us an excuse as to why you're so.
Oh, he looks mad.
Bennett, you're late for work again. I've had it with this. I've been waiting for you at your desk for the past hour and a half, and you just stroll in like nothing's wrong. What is your excuse for me this time, Bennett?
I had an epileptic fit.
I'm not buying that. I think that it's about as far in the opposite direction.
My ass hurt.
Really? And why would that be?
I really shouldn't tell in front of all these people. But anyway, yeah. So like I had a fit, and then I had on something sharp, and then I was skiing in the.
No. Listen.
I skiing on my bed. I was practicing because I was going away. And
listen to me, Bennett. Okay. This will be the end of your career. What was going on that made you late?
I was playing with a wire, and I plugged it into my butt, and it got like really like.
Really?
You're getting
what into your butt?
It's coming.
A computer mouse, I think that was. Yeah.
A computer mouse? Okay. I don't think so. I think you need to be more probing with your answers.
You can't get more probing than a computer mouse. I mean, come on, you know.
What exactly was happening, Bennett?
Well, I was trying to answer an email, and then the mouse fell off, and then the dog jumped up, and then I sat down.
Bennett, I don't think a mouse had anything to do with it. I think that the ends justify the means, and I think you can doctor up a reason why you are late for work. You might just not get fired.
Why? Because I was because of my ass.
No, really? What about your ass?
Because of my ass. And it was like something that was like hovering right near my ass. And
really?
Maybe it was
really? And where exactly was this that this occurred?
Well, you see, I live with this proctologist, and
Really? What exactly would this proctologist have been doing to make you late?
Well, he kind of made me his own little personal hand puppet, but so like I wanted him to make sure that he could do his.
I think you're being too generic about this. You need to be more clinical with your descriptions, so I know you're telling the truth. What exactly happened that made you late?
Well, he kind of grabbed a hold of my prostate, and then
I'm sure the story goes deeper than that.
Okay, so it was my spleen. All right.
No.
But like after, I hated it, at first, and then and then he bought me a drink apparently, and it was good. And then I looked at the clock and I said, "No, wait, stop it, some more." And
Chuck, there is going to be a removal if you don't tell me what that person was doing.
Okay.
There's something will be removed if you don't tell me what was going on.
Removed?
Yes.
It was like a really, really big hemorrhoid, and
I'm sure that it's
holy Christ, I'm gonna have a baby. Well, apparently there was like this rubber glove and another wire, and it was like a colonoscopy.
Okay, so you had a colonoscopy, and that's why you're late. Well, I think that you need to be very, very careful and think about what exactly your job is here that you're supposed to be doing, sir.
How he got there?
How did you get here today?
Okay, okay, so I got there by pogo stick.
Okay.
So I did that because I couldn't sit down after the colonoscopy.
Okay, that's
was
great.
Apparently done with a vacuum cleaner. Go ahead.
Now, there are many other people that can do your job if you can't come in on time. Now, what exactly do you think you are good at that will tell me that you can keep your job?
I do a great MGM lion.
I know many people that can impersonate an MGM lion.
I'm a lion tamer.
Oh! All right, Bennett, you've convinced me. You can keep your job another day.
That was
Yay!
awesome.
Yeah.
Woo!
I got to use my prop twice.
That was
I got to use it twice.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, she has a whip.
Dave.
She has a whip.
Dave. All right, Dave, do you have the music to do Blues Singer? Are you up for that
I
or not?
do, yes.
This is the best.
Okay, so.
My suggestion, pick Leah. She's newest to the group.
Okay, Leah.
What?
Leah, you are a very, very lucky person because today I am going to be singing a song all about you.
Oh,
all right, now, Leah. Leah, tell me, what is it that you do for a living?
I'm a retired teacher.
You're a retired teacher. Okay, what did you teach?
English.
Okay, what grade level?
10th.
Okay, so you're a high school teacher.
High school. Mm-hmm.
High school.
And the Saint.
What's that?
And the Saint. I said,
Okay.
and the Saint.
Okay, so.
Hero.
So, Leah is a retired English teacher for high school. What's a hobby of yours? Something you do to have?
I have many. I don't know if you can't see behind me, but I am a Star Trek an original Star Trek fan, one of the original Trekkies. So I think I spend more time doing that than probably gardening or reading or training dogs. So pick one.
Okay. Let's see. Where is a place you've always wanted to go but never could get there?
Israel.
Israel. Okay. Okay.
This is going to be some mashup, let me tell you.
And what's a pet peeve of yours? Something, kind of insignificant that doesn't necessarily bother everyone, but when you see it happen or you know it's happening, it really ticks you off.
When people use there, and there incorrectly.
What are you, some sort of an English teacher?
Yes, I'm a grammar police. Yes.
Grammar Nazi.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't going to go that far for crying out loud.
You got enough, Dave?
Who and whom in the wrong place?
I got enough here. Okay, so Leah, you're a retired high school English teacher. Don't knock everything
I'm not
over.
gonna try to knock everything. Okay,
No,
I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah, you're gonna knock all that off. You're stuck here for 2 minutes here while I do this. Okay, so Leah, you're a retired high school English teacher. You like Star Trek. You've always wanted to go to Israel, and you really hate it when people misuse the English language. There, and there. You're like a grammar Nazi. Okay. All right, so I am now going to sing an original song.
Oh my.
All about you. And
oh my heart.
It's a song about Leah. She sure likes to teach. But if you beam her up, she'll be out of reach. She wants to go on the Enterprise. Go all to different planets. And Israel is a place that's really nice. Well, there's one thing that happens that gets her upset. Don't use there, or you will regret. You say things that are so wrong. Yeah, she's gonna be the grammar Nazi, and that's a whole other song. But if I had to choose, I'd pick Miss Leia. Beat me the hell out of here. People don't know how to speak right.
That's wonderful. Thank you so very much. You have made my day. My wife.
Dave, you literally blew that out of the water.
I am changing everybody's names. Bear with me for a few moments for our final game of the day.
All right, so Scott's a poop. All right.
We are going to play Alphabet, or 90-second Alphabet, as it's well known. And we need to do it in order. We don't want people randomly doing stuff. So hang on a second while I give everybody a number. Has everybody seen your numbers change?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gradually.
I want to disturb.
Yeah, I have to do them one at a time, I'm afraid. I'm just doing them in the order in which I see them on my screen.
To virtually background myself again.
Oh, there you go. Armand, I like your holodeck.
Thank you. I figured it was appropriate for the song.
Thank you.
The song was pretty awesome. And I hear you, sister, about the there, and there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Also a former teacher.
I somehow had that feeling.
What I hate is when people use disconnect as a noun. The noun is disconnection. The verb is disconnect.
Yep.
Breathe and breath.
Disconnect. I'm like,
which one, Linda?
Breathe and breath. One is a verb, one is a noun. Ugh.
Okay, so we are playing the game 90-second Alphabet, and this time, unlike the last time, I actually have my countdown here, so we'll see how close we actually get to 90 seconds. What we need to have is, first of all, a location that we'd all be having a conversation in. We'd all be in the same place. We've used in line for a popular panel at a convention and stuff like that. So
We're at Thanksgiving dinner.
oh, Thanksgiving! I like that. Thanksgiving dinner.
That's better.
So got family and friends and stuff like that. We now need Spencer. Give me a letter of the alphabet other than X. Oops, Spencer is frozen. Spencer, are you back? Give me a letter other than X.
Why?
Because he told you
Because
to.
I just asked you to. All right, so we're going to begin with the letter Y. The sentence that you say, try not to have multiple sentences. It's just supposed to be a single sentence. Has to begin with the next letter in the sequence. So numerically, I put the couple up there as number 1. So you will start with a sentence that starts with Y. I'm going to be number 2, and we'll move through the cycle. We're obviously everybody's going to get 2 turns because there's 26 letters in the alphabet. But we're going to start the timer, and when I do, I will say go. And this is a scene at the family Thanksgiving dinner. And begin.
You all came to dinner today.
Zoinks, where are the Scooby snacks?
I'm not sure. I think I saw them on the front porch.
Butter. Who has butter? We can't have forgotten the butter.
Darn it! I knew I forgot something. The butter. Of course, I was told to go get the butter. Darn it!
Don't have any idea.
Eggplant?
Elephants wouldn't forget that.
Forget it. I love butter.
Oh, go ahead and put butter on everything then.
Hell of a time to not have the ham.
I'm really thankful to be here tonight.
Jellied yams. Where are the jellied yams?
You.
Keep on asking for giblet gravy.
Let me have some more of that stuffing.
Yes, more, please. More, please, sir. May I have some more?
No.
Only you guys could do this to Thanksgiving dinner. Only you.
Please shut up.
Question, when is dessert?
Relatives, they always ruin the holidays.
Some pie, of course.
Tell me something other than what you've done for the past year.
Understandably, I'd like seconds.
Very odd. You want more of this rotten food?
We'll keep passing it on.
Xerxes couldn't make it to today's dinner.
Aw, you must be so sad.
We didn't quite make 90 seconds. We made 107 seconds, but we completed the game. So I would like to thank everybody for being a participant in today. According to the recorder, we went for 1 hour and 43 minutes. I had one more game queued up that we could play if you really want to do one final one. Otherwise, this was pretty much what I was aiming for. So want to wrap it up or do the final game?
I'm good either way.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
go either way.
All right. Well, the last game shouldn't take more than a couple minutes. The last game will involve 5 people. Let us pick Becky. You are going to be the controller in this game, okay? I will explain what's going on. This is called remote control. We're going to pick a theme that all of the events or all of the action is going to go around the same theme, and we're going to pick 4 people, each of whom is on a television show on a different channel. And so basically Becky has a remote control and will be changing channels between different shows, all of which are on the same theme. The example in Whose Line Is It Anyway, for instance, was everything was chicken themed. And so you had a game show, you had a news break show, you had a sitcom, you had a science fiction thriller show. So we're going to basically be picking 4 different shows, which 4 different people here are going to be the star of, and Becky's going to keep flipping back and forth between the themes. So first of all, before we pick the theme, let's pick the types of shows. Let me throw out Spencer. What show would you like to be?
Situation half-hour comedy.
Okay. Jeff, what show would you like to be?
Sci-fi.
Jen, what show would you like to be?
Documentary. Scientific documentary.
Okay. And hang on a second. I'm actually going to change the name here again. So hang on a second. Spencer, you went with sitcom. Jeff, you picked
Sci-fi.
Jen, documentary.
Yes. Unless you want me to do a musical or a.
Documentary is good. Chuck.
Documentary about musicals.
Hallmark Channel.
Ooh.
Hallmark Channel. Very good.
Armand.
Game show.
Becky, you have your finger up?
So I'm going to yell out which show type.
That's why I'm renaming everybody so you can see them. Hopefully
Okay.
you can change channels. And finally, Janice, what kind of show would you like to be?
Children's programming.
All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different shows that Becky can pick from. However, that's just the type of show they are. We now need to pick what the theme that all of them in all of their individual episodes have to tie into in some way. Dave, give us a theme.
A theme.
That's not cows.
Let's see. A theme would be Grand Theft Auto.
What? Name Grand Theft Audio?
Yeah,
or just thieving things.
Yes. Auto theft.
Auto theft. That is our theme. Becky, pick a channel to start your channel surfing with.
Game show.
I'm sorry, the proper question is, what is a mugger?
Sci-fi.
I can't believe somebody stole my new computer card. Oh, no, the AI in that is so amazing. How could somebody steal? Whoa, wait a minute. It wasn't stolen. It ran away.
Hallmark.
Hold of that card.
Daphne, you waited for me. All these years I was in prison, you waited for me, and you raised our 12 kids.
Children's show.
Somebody stole the Junkmobile, and Slimy was in it.
Documentary.
Today we plunge into the underworld, where we explore the exciting world of stealing cars and stripping them for parts. Now our cameraman has gone incognito. The criminals do not realize that he's actually secretly mugged. Are you okay? What? Joe! Somebody get Joe!
Sitcom.
You actually stole that and brought that here to my chop shop? Oh, better than I thought.
Children's show.
Now, Oscar, nobody on Sesame Street steals. Actually, it was the junk man who took it away because you don't take care of your car. It just looked like junk.
Sci-fi.
What? Oh, wait a minute. You're telling me that you didn't run away. You were actually stolen by who? Oscar? Oscar stole you?
Game show.
Bachelor number 2. When you get out on parole, where's the first place you're going to take me?
Documentary.
Now, these criminals train for years and years. So in order to infiltrate this bunch and keep an eye on what they're doing, we have hired some ex-felons who are going to show us now. Here is a DeLorean, and they're a little harder to break into. You have to not hit yourself in the head.
I'm sorry, what?
Sitcom.
It is me. Okay, wait, dudes, we managed to break into the DeLorean. And I tell you, I saw a documentary, and they said it was pretty much difficult to do. The DeLorean, and now we find out that nobody can drive a car.
Oh, Mark.
Son, how do you expect to get into prep school and Harvard and have a job as a lawyer if I have to keep bailing you out of jail? Tell me.
Game show.
I'm sorry, there are all the consonants have been chosen. Can you guess what it is? To catch a thief.
Sci-fi.
Okay, don't worry, Kit. I will be there. You're wearing a disguise. You look like a DeLorean. Okay. I'll be right there.
Very good.
And thus we end an episode of Who's Online Anyway, our very first recording as a group. So I thank you all for participating. The video, which is going to be an hour and freaking 50 minutes long, I will probably do a little tightening and editing before I try to post any place, but I will get it up on YouTube and share the link so everybody that participated today and all of our friends can see that, and we can share it and get a little bit more eyeballs on our performances in the future. So
this is one of the best MediaWest after parties that I've ever been to.
So I hope you didn't mind me throwing in some games that were never on Whose Line Is It Anyway, just to give us a little variety.
Oh, great.
That was great.
I hope everybody felt like they got to perform enough. I tried to spread it out so people got to do different things. If you want to, if you're not already part of our Who's Online Anyway Facebook private group, please let me know. We'll add you in. I am actually going to share to that group a list of all of the games that I've put together. I went through the 130 plus that Who's Line, the TV show, used, and then I've added another 30 or 5 or 40 games from other sources. And I'd love to see your feedback and what things you would like to see us try in the future. But there are a lot of games we can try, and today just basically scratched the surface. But it would kind of be fun for us as a new group to find a couple of signature games that really click for us that maybe other people aren't doing, which is why we tried the match game to start with. I'm not sure exactly how successful we were at that, but it would be nice to find a couple of games that not other groups are doing that we can sort of latch onto as ours. So with that, unless anybody has any final questions.
Thank you, everybody. You're wonderful.
Live long and prosper,
Wish you
everybody.
all well, and we'll pick a date for something in the next 6 to 8 weeks and try this again. So thank you all, and have a
Keep
lovely
doing it
weekend.
until we get it right.
Thank you.